Hey, what's up everyone? Fromark from Fromark Industries, and today's episode is on the road, as you can plainly see. And for those of you who've known me for a long time, I used to be pretty big into cycling, and I used to wear the hell out of my bikes every time I would get one. And before I ever learned how to drive, before I ever got my license, when I was just a wee lad, my parents never really had like the gas money or the means to be able to take me to be able to see my friends or go to the places I wanted to go. So I would always say f it and take off on the bike, and it didn't matter if they lived 10 minutes or, well, it would be like 10 minutes on a car, but like an hour on a bike. As you can tell, I'm not really quite used to this yet again, because I just recently bought this bike a couple of weeks ago, and I'm just getting back into the groove of doing this for the first time on a regular basis since probably about 2016. But yeah, anytime I wanted to go see one of my friends or hang out with somebody, I would just take off on the bike. And my legs used to be freaking ripped, and I used to be pretty fearless when it came to this stuff. But the older I get and getting back on it. But yeah, there's a lot of dangers to take into factor that I never really took into factor when I was more young and fearless. Like, even though nature's awesome, nature can be pretty cruel sometimes. And I just kind of got to keep my eyes and ears open for, say, like, wild animals, mostly, and dumbasses. I almost got hit by a glass bottle once. Oh yeah, and I guess one cool thing about being able to do this again is even though I have a car, even though I can drive, it's just not the same to me. To me, this allows me to get back out in nature, to take in all of my surroundings and all the fresh air and all this beautiful scenery. It just gives me something else to do in my spare time. It keeps me busy, it keeps me in shape. And hell yeah, I'm so glad to be doing this again. But yeah, one thing that's one of many things that's pretty cool about this, like I said, is just being able to slow down and take in all the scenery. It's like right now I'm riding a bike on a road not too far from where I grew up. It's one of those abandoned back road kind of deals where like 50, 60 years ago, all of this was probably coal mines and stuff. Just like where I'm from, used to be a booming community at one point. Most of this around me, there used to be like a railroad and coal mines and all kinds of stuff through here. But once all the resources dried up, most people left, and now it's just kind of a hole in the middle of nowhere on the map. But anyways, folks, I'm going to get back to this bike ride, as I would like to get back home before it gets late, and maybe I'll do some more of these on the road episodes, as this is another one of those experimental things for the channel. I did record a video on the road like this once, but it's long lost. You never really forget how to ride a bicycle. It's true. Because getting back on it for the first time again was pretty awesome, and if I was able to take off on that first trip and go like 5 or 6 miles, so I didn't really lose my rhythm despite being out of it for a couple of years. Mostly just lost my breath from being a heavy former smoker. But now that I gave that up, and now that I'm getting back in shape, it's just, all in all, there's no negatives really. But anyways, this is Fromark Industries, and I'm gonna go ahead and sign off.